日本時間16日、ドジャースのデーブ・ロバーツ監督が米ラジオ番組、ダン・パトリック・ショーの中で、来季の大谷の起用について明言し、来季の終盤にはレフトの守備につく可能性も明かしています。デーブ・ロバーツ監督は大谷の起用法について、
2文字、DH、指名打者だ。
と明言。ただし、
大谷が9月にボールを投げられるようになっていたら、左翼から投げてもらえるかという話も彼と少しした。
とコメント。
大谷は腕に問題がなければ大丈夫と答えた。しばらく様子見だが、その時が来るまでにはまだまだかかる。
と話していました。大谷は9月に自身2度目の右肘手術を受けたため、来季は基本的に DH での起用となり、投手としての復帰は2024年以降と見られています。14日の入団会見で、18年10月のトミー・ジョン手術より回復が早く、すでに素振りを始めていることも明かしました。来年9月、プレーオフ争いの佳境に入るレギュラーシーズン終盤に、送球などに問題がなければ、大谷は左翼手として守備につくことに前向きな姿勢のようです。また、MLB ネットワークの番組には、ドジャース球団社長スタン・カステン氏が出演し、大谷と交渉中にした会話の内容や、大谷の心をつかむために使った口説き文句についても、ユーモアを交えながら明かしてくれていましたので、日本語字幕付きでご紹介していきます。
In your words, why is this so special for the Dodgers?
Well, he is, first of all, what he does on the field is extraordinary. The Dodgers, for half a century, have been tied to the Pacific Rim, to the countries there, to the baseball in those countries there, in Japan, in Taiwan, in Korea. As you know, we're going to Korea to start the year this year. And this will not just cement it, it will propel, I think, our popularity and all of baseball's popularity, putting our two pieces together, the Dodgers and Shohei in Japan. It's going to make it even better for baseball, and I'm very proud to be a part of it.
Stan, I got a couple questions. With your sports legacy, having been basketball, soccer, you name it, everywhere, president of everything, putting clubs together, I think you're a Hall of Famer. I'm looking forward to that day. I want to ask you, in all the sports, you've come across so many great athletes and people. Where does Shohei fit on that list?
Well, first of all, thank you for all of that.
No, well, I mean, people at home are looking at your resume right now. It speaks for itself.
Look, he's called the unicorn for a reason. There aren't any others. And I think that's what he's like in all the great players that I have been around in all of the sports. He's only been here 6 years, okay? But if he's like this for 16 years, yeah, you'd have to say he's the greatest team athlete ever. Now, I know that takes in Jordan, that takes in LeBron, that takes in my partner Magic, but you'd have to say he's right up there with anybody.
And internationally, popularity-wise, I kept saying, I don't care what you say, LeBron didn't grow up in Japan and have a whole different country and then come to America. The uniqueness of him coming from Japan and your reach over to the Pacific Rim, that separates him than everybody else.
I think, again, the combination of the Dodgers and Shohei is going to really expand the popularity on the Pacific Rim. And baseball is doing so much now in Europe and other parts of the world that this is going to help that get better too. So I think all of this together, I think it's a great era for baseball.
Now, can I ask him one more question before you jump in? I got to ask him.
You're the boss, man.
One more thing I got to ask him. So now that you've landed him, when did you first start setting your sights on, man, we got to go get this guy?
I told him during our meetings as we were talking that, you know, we tried to sign him 10 years ago. Right when he was coming out of high school. He decided to play there. We tried to sign him 6 years ago. And I said, you know, both our lives would have been very different. You'd have come here 10 years ago. And I said, don't make the same mistake. So he laughed, and we just talked about that in there.
So you tried to get him out of high school? Tell us about
everyone knows that. Yeah. Everyone knows that. We were because he had a choice. Go play over there in their collegiate leagues or their baseball leagues before he became a free agent. And he was on the bubble, and he decided to stay. And then, of course, 6 years ago, we didn't have a DH to offer him.
Right.
I can't say he made a bad decision, not really, but he made a really good one now, and I think it's going to be to the benefit not just of Dodger fans, but all of baseball.
これからも大谷の活躍から目が離せません。皆様からのコメントもお待ちしております。